You see that right there? That's what true evil looks like. Well, as you guys can probably tell by how overdramatic that was, I am only joking. Obviously, Mac Jones thought that either the player here had the ball after fumbling it, or perhaps he thought that he could get the ball. So he tried to hold on to him to make sure that he couldn't get it. And if he did have it, that's why he tried to tackle him. That is what Mac Jones ended up saying about this. And you can kind of tell by his tone of voice that either he is literally better than Leonardo DiCaprio at acting, or he is telling the truth. Some of you just really want to make a villain out of him in this situation, and it absolutely makes no sense. In Mac Jones' mind, if he does not tackle this player and hold him back, this is potentially a touchdown for the Panthers, which in all reality, most times that is the case if somebody strip sacks you. So this was a really good play, and it is unfortunate that the player got hurt. The good news is that he came back like 2 plays later, so it must not have been that bad. A little ice and he was good as new, but, it seemed like it really hurt, obviously, when he was on the ground. But, he's okay. Mac Jones obviously wasn't intentionally trying to hurt this player. I don't know what reason he would have to do that. Obviously, apparently they knew each other in high school. You don't do that to people you knew in high school, okay? This is just a game of football, and Mac Jones has never shown any signs of being this type of person that would intentionally try to hurt somebody. It really doesn't make sense. What does make sense is that he would be trying to take the player down to potentially prevent a touchdown or a long recovery with that fumble, which is game changing. I mean, this was a really good play on Mac Jones' part because technically this could have been a touchdown for the Panthers if he didn't do what he did. So from a football point of view, this was a really good play. By the way, on a loose ball play, you can use whatever means necessary to take a player down or any type of contact. It's the only time in football when really there is no rules that apply. Like, obviously you can't grab somebody's face mask and literally rip them to the ground, but there is hardly any rules in this type of a situation. You can search that up. It is very weird, and I think they probably should change those rules because it doesn't really make sense, but that is the rules at this point. Multiple ex-NFL players have come out and said that this is what they're told to do from a quarterback's perspective, that if you do fumble the ball, to hold on to the guy or to at least try to stop the recovery. And this is obvious, okay? Maybe not if you're Panthers fans because you have a long history with not having quarterbacks that do that. I hate to bring this up, but I will say I am so glad my quarterback didn't do this, but instead did this. Now, people are talking about if there should have been a penalty on this play, and my opinion is yes, because if you look very closely, the defensive player from the Panthers actually was grabbing Mac Jones' face mask. So there should have been a face mask call on this. It should have been a first down for the Patriots and nullified the fumble recovery. I hate to say it, but you guys have no argument on this whatsoever based on what we just watched. Another thing is that this player isn't really innocent. You guys are trying to say that, oh, he's a victim here. He totally got, body slammed by Mac Jones is what I've been hearing. Things like that, like crazy stuff like this guy right here can body slam a defensive player of the Panthers player size. The Panthers play after coming back into the game just a couple of plays later decided that after Ramondre Stevenson had been tackled, he's going to go ahead and just kick him in the head when this was clearly avoidable. I think he was pretty mad about getting pulled down. When it's football, a lot of things happen worse than getting pulled down. Yeah, decided he's just gonna, slow down his steps and just give Ramondre Stevenson a little 1-2 kick right there in the head. And Ramondre Stevenson literally has a concussion now. So if you ask me, I'd rather have a twisted ankle than a concussion. So with all that being said, I made a decision. And if Mac Jones gets fined in any way for any amount for this, I'm going to start a GoFundMe and we are going to raise money and somehow get it to Mac Jones to completely refund him for this fine. That is what we're going to do. And obviously, depending on the size of that fine, if it was to happen, there's like a 1% chance of that happening at this point. It might not be possible to raise that much money, but I think it would be a really fun thing to do as a fan base to try to recompensate him for such a stupid fine if that was to take place. So that is what I will be doing 100%. As long as that's, allowed on GoFundMe, I don't exactly know, but that might literally be what I'm going to do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like it, leave a comment down below what your thoughts are, and subscribe for the best Patriots content on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video.